Hey there, caramel Easter egg. What will the origin address do in HEX? You see, one of the biggest FUD talking points of HEX is the origin address. Now, no one knows who controls the mysterious origin address. Quack, quack. It's a pet duck named Greg. And the coins, the amount of coins that the origin address has is enormous. It's around 85%. Now, in the first few years, first while of HEX launch, everybody thought it was going to dump. Everybody thought it was going to have its self-interest and it was going to send it to zero, and it didn't. And now people have trusted the system, they trust the network, they understand it, and so do I. And you realize that, no, this thing is going to go the whole way. They're going to try, they, meaning we, meaning the community, we're going to try to take this the whole way, the whole 15 years. And the origin address is used as a negative talking point. Now, if you understand the origin address, you should be more bullish. It's actually a bullish thing, which is crazy, right? Yes, it is. Because most of the coins are controlled by a duck. And Mr. Greggy here wants to see the ecosystem flourish. The origin address only protects the price. Okay, so when people stake short term, they get yield, and slowly over time, the origin address is absorbing everyone's emergency and stakes, and the origin address can lower the short term yield even more dramatically over time. Now, I have a clip here, friends, where Richard Hart debates Roger Ver, and I found this. This is from 5 years ago. So, friends, look, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Yeah, I got my HEX target, $1.50, $2.50, $5, but you don't really know in this game. We are dealing with the unknown. However, if you want deep value, moonshot, friendship, baby doll edge, you have to venture into the unknown. This is what I do. This is where I know the returns are huge. You're not getting big returns in Bitcoin. You're not getting big returns in Ethereum. You can kick and scream. You can try to bend your back, but I know you're going to have to straighten it again. You're not going to get them. There are too many people who know they are blue chip now. We have to venture into this world, okay? Now, we're going to listen to this clip. You're going to be very mighty surprised, all right, what he has to say. So remember, the whole intention of listening to this is the game theory behind what would happen with the origin address, okay? And look, we're gonna go through this now. Look at this.
Incredibly well to grow Bitcoin. Why wouldn't we follow on the same path that we know for sure works to grow Bitcoin to become incredibly popular all over the world? Why wouldn't we continue on that same path?
So I think Satoshi is a sellout, and I think that he could burn his private keys now and not risk the future economy of the world with an unknown party holding 10% of it who may.
So with this, friends, Satoshi is rumored to have 1 million of the 21 million Bitcoin. He mined them at the start. That's why Bitcoin was massively centralized at the start. Only Satoshi had the million coins. He still has them. And that's, you know, it blows so many people's minds. So the dream is to be decentralized for a crypto coin. But at the start, no matter what you do start centralized. That's the path to winning. You can't start super mega decentralized, because what happens is you end up giving away the coin too much and no value can be made. And no one's ever really done this, okay? So there has to be a small central party. Now, you know, Ethereum and Bitcoin had a small amount of the people of the public, but look how big they end up growing in the future, okay? So this is something to think about. So don't focus too much on him bagging out Satoshi or anything, but just think about the ramifications. So Richard Hart is thinking about, hey, if Bitcoin's going to be a world reserve currency, it is very dangerous for countries to adopt this when nobody knows who Satoshi is, okay? And he's going to continue.
May have given those keys to his kid, and his kid might be the next Hitler. Or he may have gotten a mental illness and gotten wacky himself. Or he has some other socially dangerous beliefs, and he decides to use the 10% net worth that he holds of the planet and whatever you gave him with the BCC fork and the coming B2X fork and the airdrops from Byteball and Lumens. And this guy's accruing a lot of money, and he's a variable that we're unaware of that chose to get out of the game when no one else did.
So this is 5 years ago. So obviously Ricardo Corazon, he is thinking about, hey, if there are countries like El Salvador who would go on to adopt it, what's going to happen if larger nations adopt it? Much larger GDP countries, they have to live with the fact that someone owns 1 million coins and they don't know who it is, okay? No one's ever really thought of that, because what are you going to do, friends? The fate of your nation, if you adopt this currency, it is too powerful. I know it's hard for us to grasp now, but step in my shoes when I think of this, okay? Imagine you're a country, and what if something rogue happens with Satoshi? What if his kids find his keys? They start dumping 1 million Bitcoin. What if this nation relies on this? What if the value of the country relies on Bitcoin so much in the future that this brings a terrible unknown? You know, it could literally savagely destroy their economy, ruining their price. You know, for example, with the Aussie dollar here, it's worth like, what, 68 US cents? Imagine a Satoshi dumped Aussie dollar down to like 12 cents. And now you can't import anything at all. Like, your nation is absolutely wrecked. That is not a risk that you can like have an entire nation relying on. Okay. And he's very forward thinking. You know, with HEX, he made the unit bias low because he said, you know, if I want everybody in the world to have this, they're going to have like a low unit bias coin. And I heard that for the first time and I thought, you're just saying that, dude. But now that I see Pulse Chain and he's made all the clients and he's really making this to be made for 10, 15 years plus. He's really going, hey, I really want this to be taken seriously. We're going to have to make it for the future. So let's build it for the future. Okay.
Right? He could just burn his keys.
He doesn't
be here helping right now. Yeah, lumens get airdrops. Yeah, I'm getting you rich, man. Get your lumens, get your bite balls. You're welcome, bro.
So he just suggests here, right? So he wants Satoshi to burn the coins, right? Burn the coins so everybody on the network can see. Doesn't matter what happens, those coins are gone forever. Okay, that's what he wants to do. Now, it doesn't even matter what you think or what anybody else thinks. I'm here as a messenger to tell you my back is straight, my ears are perked, my room is dusty, and my slippers are fluffy. I'm going to let you know, I read between the lines here, okay? He is a very consistent man or duck, okay? Ricardo here is saying he would really prefer the coins to be burnt. When I hear this, I think, okay, whoever owns the origin address for HEX and the origin address for Pulse Chain, in the future, we don't know when, maybe year 10, maybe in the 15th year, they will probably be burned if there is sufficient decentralization. That is something to think about, friends. But I want you to know something. By the time that happens, it's already too late. Like, if you're gonna wait 10 years for this guy or duck to burn the coins before you get in, I can't help you, really. Like, you're gonna be listening to me on YouTube for like 8 years and go, oh, geez, now's a good time to get in, isn't it? Right?
I think it give you a % on the lumens. So,
by the way, they were also speaking about the airdrops you get just from holding Bitcoin. Because back then, everybody was giving Bitcoin all the free tokens. They were giving Bitcoin Cash, and there was these other Bitcoin forks, lumens. They were giving airdrops to Bitcoin holders. Bitcoiners were all the wealth-making machine. It's funny now that's changed. Bitcoiners don't get anything now. People want to airdrop Ethereum users. They want to do different airdrops, smart contracts, people using the protocols. It's interesting how things change now. No one wants to give money to Bitcoiners. They're trying to use it more wisely.
So, you know, Satoshi could still be here if he was alive. He could still be guiding us. He could still be helping us. He could be renouncing his control of his keys, but he's not, which means he's either a bitch or he's dead. Those are the only two options I'm aware of. Now, as far as
let's.
Okay, so a bit of inflammatory comments there, I say. So obviously, don't worry about what he says about Satoshi. We're here for the game theory part, okay? So I'm thinking in my mind, all right, the coins are going to get burned. But it's also it's also a bit sad when you think about it, because it does not make me more bullish on the coins. I'm here to share with you this right now. If you want to get long HEX because you think someone's going to burn coins in 10 years, oh man, like you're going to have to get some other reasons, friends. Because look, I know for a fact that the average hold time for the average trader is between 23 days to maybe 120 days, around there. Okay, 23 days from Coinbase, Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's the average. I know most people have no chance. So you can't even think about next year, right? And here I am telling you year 10 to 15. But this is something to ponder, isn't it? It really is something to think about, because the HEX supply, baby doll, baby cakes, see on CoinMarketCap, which is fake, it has circulating supply 173 billion. But the real circulating supply, if you count everything, it's about 600 billion. Okay, so 600. So just, 600 billion. And they use these real numbers. They try to remove the origin address and some others, but you probably got some secret Greg wallets here and there trying to help us all, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, even Nomics has 137 billion. So at the end of the day, really, you already know, friends. So this is what's displayed on the go.hex.com. Okay, 586, just rounded up to 600 billion. Like this shouldn't matter, okay? Because from my teachings, the community is the asset. The community, okay? You already know HEX has been going up. Its biggest inflationary period is done, okay, when it first started, and it still went up. It's slowing down now. The inflation is slowing down. It's still pretty decent, but it is on a trajectory to slow down over time. So I made another video where I estimated of this like 600 billion, based off the volume and maybe the secret wallets out there, there are much less coins than we really think, which is good. And that explains a lot why, all we got to do is clear like a few nasty, weak toilet paper hands, and then we can move up a step in price, okay? So this is just something to add to your toolbox. You now know you should have less fear staking long-term, should you choose to do it. Now, I'm still waiting for Pulse Chain, friends. I know I've been doing short-term rolling stakes because if EHEX gets dumped into oblivion and the EHEX to PHEX ratio goes like shockingly low, then all your paper hands, that's fine. I'm going to be bridging out of Pulse Chain back to Ethereum to close the spread. That's what I'm going to do, right? And I'm not even scared about telling you guys, because I know, and everyone's going to be too scared to do it. I know, no one wants to buy the big fat red candles. Everyone gets too scared, okay? So I want that option to do that. If you're staked for 10 years, you can't do anything, okay? So that's something to think about. Now, looking at this game theory, there might hit a point where he doesn't burn it. There might be a point where the coins just stay there, but it's not going to matter, right? All that matters is the adoption, the numbers, how many people are coming in. And we can bring it, friends, right here. Go look into hex.com, one of the greatest websites ever. If I'm telling you right now, if other coins had a website like lookintotheircoin.com, it would make me very excited. All right, more websites should be like this. This is actually, if Gerardo, if you're listening out there, big shout out to you. I have to use the R word. This is actually a revolutionary baby doll website adoption, because visually, I can see with my two little beady eyes, I can actually see the numbers go up. Okay, I can actually see the fundamentals. What are fundamentals, friends? Metcalfe's law. The number of people in the network, the holders, humans, beating hearts, souls, middens, straight backs. That's what makes the price go up. You want more people over time. Now, you're not going to see it go up every day, every week, but over a period of time, you see how this red line, friends, is going up and to the right? Yes, that means we are destined for greatness. It's just a matter of time. You just got to keep waiting, man. Just like how Ethereum was destined for greatness. It's just the trajectory is upwards, okay? You can even see here, like even here, friends, like new holders per day on the far right. Look at this. The 30-day moving average is 406. We are adding 406 unique addresses every day. Isn't that nuts? Isn't that nuts with a capital N? Right? And look at the new stakers, 36, 37. Like, that's what you want to see. I want to know, and you want to know, despite the prices going down, you want to know that more people are joining. That's it. When I close my eyes and I get that water pistol and I'm like, that's it. I'm going to end it all right now. I am going to squirt myself right now. There is no town near me. I'm just going to wet myself. I can't take it anymore. The numbers are going up, friends. The price is a liar. Never forget that. The price is a liar. Value is what you get when you pay for it, okay? And you are buying into the network, whatever you participate in crypto, okay? Pulse Chain, HEX, Chainlink, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Uni, Aave, Poor Pleb, whatever it is. Hedron, Icosa, I love them all, okay? But whatever it is, never ever forget that red candle, that green candle, it dictates our emotions, but the people is what matters the most. You want more people joining over time, okay? That is a healthy growing network, and Metcalfe's law, eventually the price just goes parabolic. It's just a matter of time, okay? So you never ever forget this. Price may be a liar, but our friendship will always be true. Please tell your parents that you love them.